What's good, people? Salute to bbrights, and I am back with a brand new video. Today we were going to be working on part 8 of the big room trance tutorial. Yes, again, I've changed it. I did realise I got a comment on one of my previous parts, maybe part 6 or 7, saying they did point out to me that there's really not much psytrance inspired parts in this. It is essentially big room trance. So I'm going to have to go through the previous 7 parts, rename them to big room trance, and change the thumbnail just so everyone knows. Get confused that it's big room psytrance. Another thing, if I do cough throughout the video, I do apologise. I'm about 95% back to my normal self. I just cough every now and then, so I do apologise for that. If you get coughing in your eardrums, I do apologise for that. And finally, let's just get this right out of the way. This right here, it is pretty trash. Let's be honest, it isn't the best thing. So the best thing we can do is just highlight it and say goodbye to it, because let's be honest, it wasn't the greatest thing. We can come up with something better. So yeah, as usual, we'll give the current thing a walkthrough of what we've got so far. By the way, in this episode, if I didn't mention, I'm going to be layering the climax bit up a bit more. It's a bit empty, a bit plain, and then we're going to be working on the second build, and then part 9 we're going to be working on the second drop. So yeah, let's just give it a quick run through of what we've got so far. Again, so we know, like every other part, let's fix the drops in, since the sidechain messes up on that. And let's see what we have. So that's the drop. Let's get into the break. So yeah, that's what we've got so far. Definitely need to layer up the climax a bit more, give it a bit more grittiness, more distortion in the top leads. So I reckon we'll add, since there is 3 more samplers here, we might as well just add 3 more leads, see what we get sounding. I'm debating whether adding the Husman layer from his song Heroic, a very, very unique lead, just to spice up a little bit. But we'll see what we get going. First thing I want to add first is a couple parts ago, someone mentioned about adding like a reverse breath sound, and funny enough, I did have it in one of my splice folders, because I was making a trance song. I just need to find it somewhere here. So if I can actually see the word, I'm not sure where I'm looking. Huge breath, there we go. Took us a while, but yeah, so this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to make a unique of it. Make it unique, and we're going to reverse it. And we're going to put it right here for the break. So it's going to have an impact, and it's also going to sweep up. So it's going to put it there and just cut that bit off. Change the declicker mode to generic so it fades off. And we'll chop this last bit here and turn up the in knob. There you go. Perfect. There, we'll just make this the same colour, which is the dark yellow, like that. We can probably see what it sounds like here at the climax, but it may go on for too long, so we can just see this quickly. Yeah, that works. Also, I need to do the reverse synth sound, but we're going to leave that until I am satisfied with the actual sounding of the leads. So after we add the 2 or 3 extra layers, we'll see what it sounds like, and then I'll end up doing the reverse synth, which will cover this part here. It'll just be the first note, a bunch of reverb, rendered, reversed, classic technique. I think everyone knows that now. So yeah, let's just get straight into layering this up a bit more. So we obviously have these 2 melodies here. That square lead, which is a bit too loud, which we can turn down. The plucked bass, the 2 super saws, and then the Reese bass and that super saw bass. So yeah, we are going to move this sample up. These 3 samplers here, and these are going to be top leads rather than, yeah, so these are going to be classed as top leads. So let's just add a silent in. I think the first lead we'll add in is the Hussman Heroic, just to see what we get going. There we go, lead Hussman Heroic. So let's see what we get going with this. We're just going to name this Hussman. And we're going to copy this one here and move it down to there, and then we'll solo it. Nice. So we'll move these to the right just a bit, so we can have 3 extra slots. And yeah, that's linked to that, so I think we'll move these over one more. Move this over one and we'll make a group called Top Lead Bus. And we'll make it a nice pink, big keypad. And we'll link this route to this track only, so it's on a bus. So we can add a ton of reverb. With my reverb, like usual, I used to do 1000 cut, low cut, 1000 hertz, low cut, apologies, and a 10 to 12 kilohertz high cut, separation to the left around 30%, the wet around 70 to 80%, the size quite big, around 85, and the decay around 2 seconds. And yeah. Depending if we want a massive reverb and we do sidechain reverb, I'll probably turn up the decay maybe a second, maybe 1 more second to make it 3 seconds. Just as a bog standard lead with no processing, let's see what it sounds like with the rest. Straight away, fills it out very, very nicely. We don't want it to be the forefront lead, otherwise it will sound like Hussman, and we don't want it to sound like another artist. So it does fill out the frequency spectrum very, very nicely, and it's just making it sound more filled up. So what we're going to do is add another lead. We'll probably make this next lead, depending on the sound. This could be the main forefront lead, and the Hussman lead could just be classed as a support lead. Let's look in the revealed Community Pack 3, which is obviously free for download. If anyone isn't aware, just go on the revealed.dj website, and you can download that sound bank and sample pack for free. So yeah, let's look for a nice lead. Epidemic. Pretty sure it's the Sabres track. Could try this one. Turn off the reverb and delay. think with this one we'll copy the ARP melody too, so we have the bass notes as well, rather than just having the top melody. See what this sounds like, solo bit. I'll pad it to the left. This could work. Let's call this Epidemic. Epidemic. There we go. Add this to the mixer and then link it to the top lead bus. And turn it down. Quickly add an EQ on it. We're going to go back through and process these 3 top leads individually after we've chose the sounds. And again, let's just add it to... And let's play it all together and turn on and off the Epidemic lead. Yeah. So it just adds a tiny bit of hiss and attack to it. And I think we should process these 2 leads now and see what we get. If it still sounds a little dull, we'll add 1 more lead. We don't want to add too many leads and beef up the fucking... Oh, no swearing. No swearing, Lewis. Beef up the CPU up here. No swearing. But yeah, move on swiftly. Yes, I guess we'll throw on a Camel Crusher on the bus rather than doing it individually. And then we'll just turn down the master volume here. The only thing we need to do is add an EQ because the Camel Crusher will create some more harmonics and distortion in the low end. And this lead seems very centered. We don't really want it in the dead center. We could have this square lead playing in the center. We probably could put it down an octave as well. Excuse me. And that could be the more centered layer to give it more mono frequencies. And what I'm going to do here is add a fruity shaper. And another thing we need to do is quickly extend that Hussman. Oh yeah. No need to do that then. So yeah, let's listen to what it sounds like with the Camel Crusher added. So I'm guessing that sounds a lot more filled up than before. That's really sound like what it sounds like after the nice euphoric breakdown. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it at that because the CPU is going a bit crazy. So what we're going to do is, for now, instead of making and right clicking and splitting by channel, we're going to mute the super saw bass, the Reese bass, and let's quickly just play the first note quick. We're going to turn off this plucked bass as well. So I'm not sure if we should bounce the first note, that one there, or that one there. I'm thinking that one there just because it is the... So what we're going to do is just highlight 3 bars, go into the delay bus, quickly turn off the delay, and then add a cathedral preset, do a low cut, and turn up the decay about 8 seconds. And we're also going to do that to the super saw layer. Not the super saw layer, the top lead layer, apologies. We're going to mute this reverb. Just add another one, we're going to delete it after the bounce. Cathedral preset, turn it up to about 8 seconds. Like that. And then what we're going to do is add an Edison on the master. Click record. Like so, click and drag, and that's there. Then what we need to do is go back onto this, delete this reverb, turn this one on, go back to this bus, delete the reverb, and turn the delay back on, and we're good to go. So now we have this, we're going to normalize it, reverse it, and this should be our reverse reverb. We don't want this bit because this bit is very hissy and clicky, as you can hear right here. Yeah, we're just going to add this in, see what it sounds like. Just need to turn it up. And then all we need to do is change the clicker mode to generic again. Perfect. And then, yeah, this should be the reversed synth. So if we can find the climax part, wherever it is. Or if we deleted it, we deleted it. So put that back there and just put this back down. Yeah, we'll definitely leave it as it is with the 1 bar gap there with no sounds. See, now I'm thinking if we should extend this one more like that and then add like a kick and a breakdown, or we should just go into the straight second build. We're probably going into the second build because we don't want to make this a longer part. So I think we'll just add a filter. We'll highlight these 8 bars and we're going to link everything. So even we're going to link these buses to another bus. So I guess we'll dock a mixer channel to the left. We're going to call this Climax filter bus. I'm going to give it this color there. And then we're going to route everything. So these 3 here are routed to this bus, and then this bus is routed to that bus. So these 3 sounds are automatically routed there. We're going to link the super saws to the bus as well, and then we're going to link this bus here, so these 2 top leads get linked there, and we're also going to link this super saw, and we don't need to link the reed base because we're just going to do a low cut there, and same as the plucked bass. So now on this one we can add we would add a Fab Filter Simplon or a DJM filter, but kind of like the sound of the Fruity Love filter. So now I'm going to put this automation at the top next to this. We're going to add this stomp here. And the exhaust again. And we'll add the huge breath sound as well. And we can copy the Hoover sound back. Like I said in the last part, I believe, part 7, the second build we will use a lot of these elements from the first build. I'm just going to move these down below there. Anything that sounds triplet we won't use because the second drop is not going to be in triplets. So we'll have to go through and see. So I know this is fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So all these effects should be fine. Then what I might do this time is cut off everything here. We'll leave one of them. We could leave these two here, depending on what it sounds like. And what we're going to do is we're going to add that classic use in every single big room song. Going to use that again in the gap right there. I'm just going to throw it all the way up to where it's supposed to be, which is track 6. Then these claps can carry on. Perfect. Now I think we should use a couple of these synths in the build up, just to help with the transition and make it sound more natural. So now I'm thinking we should split this by channel so we have more control over each sound rather than making it a mess. So it's going to take a while here. We're going to drag all the pans because they form over each other. It's going to be a lot of layering. We have to keep bringing these down 5 or so channels at a time. The amount of times we've brought these effects down in this tutorial is insane. Yeah, it should be in order of the playlist, so it should be the reed bass and then the saw bass. There we go. We're going to bring these back up. Right there, should be fine. And then just going to make them all this color again. So, shouldn't take too long. So we could extend the build up to 16 bars, which might actually be more beneficial. We could do like a little breakdown section where instead of having all these synths here, we'll have this one here, but we won't have the rising part until the second 8 bars. We could probably also have this war horn. We won't have that one. And we won't have this one or that one. These will all be in the second half, and then we could just have the plucks here playing. Yeah, I think we might do that. So we could put this there, I believe. Yep. And then the same with the breath sound. That'll go there. I'm just going to make some changes so it all fits 16 bars, and I'll make a quick edit so I don't bore you with technical stuff. So yeah, I'll make a quick edit and I'll speak to you in a second. And I am back. So yeah, I just made some small changes, nothing too crazy, just rearranging all the sounds to make it a 16 bar build up. So yeah, as you can see, it's now build, and then it builds for 16 bars, and then the drops are right there. So yeah, we're going to play through this now and see what it sounds like. It's not going to be final. Always remember that. I'm always going to go back and do some minor adjustments and changes and sound polishing and just polish the whole track. So yeah, this is what we have so far. And then it goes into the original build-up. So what we need to do now, instead of, we can't just copy these snares over as they are, wherever they are, they're up here. We can't just copy these over, as you can hear in the second half. It's triplets. So what we're going to do is take out the pattern, but copy the automation. So it will have the same automation, but we're going to make a new pattern. So just going to put another one there, make it unique, and name this snares build 2, and just delete this part. I guess that bit's triplet as well, yeah. So delete that bit and just copy Control B. And then they do the classic speed up. Control U there. You see what I just did? Reverse it is you highlight, or you can do it to all of them. But I just highlighted these 8 notes and clicked Control U, and it splits them. Yeah, and then the pitch should take care of that. Perfect. So what we need to do now is, I don't want to start working on the drop. I want to leave that to part 9. So I think we're just going to just keep brainstorming and see if we can come up with something just to make this build a little more different than this one, because the main effects will give it a very similar vibe. Like there's not much you can do. You want to use the same effects so it still sounds like one track. It's just we want to make it different so something's new happening, so the crowd can identify that there's a new section coming, there's a new drop, because it can't drop into this bit again. It'll be weird. So yeah, I'm just gonna pause the recording, see if I can come up with anything. So what I've decided to do is I think I'll just leave this part for now and make this the video. 30 minutes is pretty solid. I don't want to just be adding stuff just for the sake of adding stuff, because it does sound fine to me. It's just maybe I'll come up with something after we come up with a second drop. So yeah, I think we'll leave it there, and in part 9 we'll be working on the second drop, coming up with a new drop melody, add some different sounds and stuff like that, and make the second drop go crazy. And then after the second drop we can go through in part 10 and polish the track, and then I guess part 11 would be the mix down, and we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, so I guess we'll leave it there. We got a decent amount done today. We beefed the Climax up, got the second build going, and yeah, not too much, but it was a solid amount done. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, helps the channel grow, it makes me happy. On Friday, I'm doing a Black Friday deal, also coming out of a new template to celebrate Black Friday. We're doing a Black Friday weekend deal, 30% off all my products. So if you're looking to grab anything, definitely do it on the Black Friday sale. It's the best chance to get something on a solid discount off. And yeah, I'll do a live stream on Monday as well, like I do every Monday. And I'll speak to you on Friday in my new video. Have a wonderful evening.